to Motology. My name's Adam Riemann and I've been making dirt bike videos since 2009. From extreme enduro to adventure motorcycling, I create films using only dirt bikes to carry camera gear to the ends of the earth. Now it's time for something different. Together with my mate Lewis Calvin, we're taking our KTM race bikes and a Mitsubishi Triton on an 8-day, 7,000 kilometre journey from Perth to the remote Kimberley region of Western Australia, one of the world's last true adventure frontiers. With over 2,000 kilometres to reach the Gibb River Road, we got thinking about the journey ahead. What if we test two wheels against four-wheel drive versus moto? You know, like Top Gear, the TV show, but in our own crazy Aussie way.
Road trip, and you gotta love it. So I guess the first category of this challenge is what's the best on-road vehicle? And hands down, you know, on a major highway in the outback, luxury of a four-wheel drive, cruise control, aircon, just tunes if you want it, great. The last thing you want to be doing is sitting on a dirt bike, like rattling your eyeballs and getting blown around in the wind. I couldn't imagine anything worse than sitting on a two-stroke out on this open road like this. It'd absolutely suck. Ah, sucks to be Lewis right now.
Two and a half thousand kilometres into the journey, the four-wheel drive is clearly leading the way. But I think it's time to even the score a little. There's no way a four-wheel drive could jump through this Boab. I think that evens the score so far. Charging through a filthy mud hole without fear of face planting in the slop, that's another clear win for the four-wheel drive. Okay, travelling together in a car is flawed because it only has one steering wheel, so only one person gets to have all the fun and choose the path. On a dirt bike, you can choose your own path while independently travelling in the same direction as your mate. That's two all. Two entirely different vehicles in one amazing landscape. Much to our surprise as dirt bike riders, the four-wheel drive is holding its own so far.
Let me introduce you to the world of meatballs spiked with a bit of blue cheese.
Lewis is a great travel companion, albeit a quiet one. But just like the days he was racing for motocross championships, Louis prefers to let his actions do the talking. We're pushing deeper into the Kimberley now, as the waterways are becoming more swollen and abundant, which means one thing: crocodiles. And speaking of crocs, trying to cross this river on our bikes would leave us stranded waist deep with drowned engines. So we're happy to sit in the safety of the four-wheel drive and not have to worry about having our rib cage collapsed by a territorial salty. Another win for four wheels. You can't underestimate the Kimberley. It's wild country out here, survival of the fittest, and not unlike this dingo ripping the guts out of a bull. It'll chew you up and spit your vehicle to the gutter without mercy.
It's all well and good cranking along in the aircon, mate, but I'm hanging for a ride. What about you?
Yeah. Sick of this now. finally out of this car?
Yeah, been sitting in there for hours.
Okay, so the four-wheel drive can carry us safely through river crossings, but if you had to travel through dense croc country, there's no way you'd risk getting bogged or trapped in a four-wheel drive. 3-all. Dirt bikes even the score.
So how's this for a ridiculous situation? About 50 k's back when we went through that last river crossing, Lewis took a picture with his phone and then he's put it on the tray. About 10 k's further on, he's like, oh shit, where's my phone? Turn around, we gotta go back. I was just like, no way buddy, I'm not turning around on this track. It's brutal, just been beating the hell out of the four-wheel drive. Anyway, I chucked him on his bike, we fueled it up, he's gone back. Whether he finds his phone or not, that's one thing, but the question is he going to have enough fuel to make it back to where I'm trying to get to now, to Mitchell Falls? I've been on the charge trying to get there before sunset. Not going to happen. Is Lewis going to make it with the fuel in the bike? I don't know. Chances are he's going to be spending the night on his own, in the dark, with no sleeping gear. You got it? No.
A lucky find on the side of the track. Louis' iPhone remains intact.
Cheers, mate. Another good day. Another good day.
After a 4-kilometre hike from camp, we finally reach Mitchell Falls. This stunning landmark is a place of spiritual significance for Indigenous locals and an iconic symbol of West Australian tourism. Still buzzing from the Mitchell Falls, we've failed to realise we've lost something very important.
Great start to the morning. We've bounced Lewis's swag off the ute somewhere. Back on the bike. Another rescue mission with the two-stroke.
How you going?
Well, what about yourself?
I haven't seen a swag on the track back there, have you?
No, no. Swag, no.
You haven't seen a swag on the trail anywhere, have you? No. No?
It's 76 k's of rock and corrugations back to the main road, and while it's not exactly comfortable being shaken around in the four-wheel drive, I reckon I've got the better end of the deal, given Lewis will have to ride it with a swag strap cutting into his shoulder. And yep, someone picked up his swag and took it all the way back to the Mitchell Falls camp.
Cheers.
I'm going to go as far to say that was probably the worst ride of your life.
Yeah. Do you want to give us a hand getting this off?
Hating it.
Riding or driving the Mitchell Falls track is a real compromise of comfort and speed, so we'll call it even for this one. Our plan now is to make it to the eastern end of the Gibb River Road, then head south to the Bungle Bungles.
to Walladi Camp, which is a bit further than halfway between the Echidna Chasm and the Cathedral Gorge. If we try and drive to either in this, it's going to be like a 4-hour round trip. We can do it in a third of the time on the bikes, easy.
The bikes get us to the sites in half the time, but trudging the tourist trails in motocross gear is a definite fail.
You don't mind a bit of red dust, mate, with your 2013 Cape Mentel?
Mate, I've been living on red dust.
We have, haven't we?
So what's the verdict for our first ever four-wheel drive versus moto? I guess we could tell you whatever we like, but I feel the real answer is yet to be revealed. Why don't you decide where we go next and tell us in the comments section below? We've only just scratched the surface here, and this Kimberley adventure is just the beginning.
So this was our night. 2 slow leaking tyres and 1 obliterated. We battled for 6 hours, stopping every couple of k's to put air in. Hopefully they go up again this morning. It was hell. Was it hell?
It was.
It was hell.
It's still here.
It's still here, it's not over. We've had no sleep. Let's do this.